The first rule of survival, always have a plan. The second, be willing to destroy everything to execute it. Now, I never thought I'd need those rules outside of work. Balancing numbers, cleaning up messes left by the corporate elite. But life's funny like that. One day you're an average accountant, and the next, you're clutching a bloodied knife in a crumbling warehouse, staring into the horrified eyes of your best friend. When Jack called me that evening, I was seconds away from silence. Emily was sobbing, trembling against the cold cement floor, her cries like nails on my nerves. "Yeah," I answered, my voice rough. Jack's voice was like a ghost from another life. A time when I was just Matthew. Bland, forgettable, invisible. "Hey Matt, it's Jack. I'm just heading to the pub on Brook Street. Want to join me?" I glanced down at Emily. Her lips were cracked, her wrists raw from the rope. She looked up at me with those wide, terrified eyes, shaking her head as if begging me not to speak. "Sorry, man, not tonight," I said. I heard the faint clink of the knife when I shifted my weight. Jack hesitated. "Is everything okay?" I wanted to laugh at the irony. Instead, I snapped. "Yeah, man, why wouldn't it be? Look, I really gotta get going." When he hung up, I felt a pang of something. Guilt, maybe, or just annoyance at being interrupted. Jack's loyalty was a liability now. He was too curious, too good-hearted. He'd ruin everything if he kept digging. Emily's father, Robert, had ruined my life. He'd buried years of embezzlement in my books, ensuring that when the company's finances crumbled, I'd take the fall. The day I was escorted out of the building in handcuffs, he was likely sipping champagne in his glass-walled office. But I'd found his weakness. Emily, Daddy's little girl, the one thing that could force him to confess. "You don't have to do this," Emily whispered, breaking the silence after Jack's call. I crouched down to her level, the blade still warm in my hand. "Don't I?" I said softly, tilting my head. "You think your father's going to let me rot in prison while he dines at Michelin-starred restaurants?" Tears spilled down her cheeks. "He'll confess. Just don't hurt me anymore." I sighed, brushing a strand of blood-matted hair from her face. "I wish I could believe you, Emily, but you're as much a liar as he is." When Jack showed up, I knew I had underestimated him. That was my mistake. He'd always been persistent, the kind of friend who showed up even when you didn't want him to. I heard his footsteps before I saw him, the hesitant shuffle of someone who knew they shouldn't be there. And then, there he was, standing in the doorway, his silhouette stark against the faint light. When he gasped, I knew the game was up. "Jack? What are you doing here?" He stammered, his eyes darting between me and Emily. "What is this? What are you doing?" I tightened my grip on the knife. "You shouldn't be here." I was worried about you," he said, taking a step back. "You've been acting strange, and I was worried." "Worried? Well, you found me. Congratulations. Now leave." His eyes fell on Emily, and I saw the horror dawn on his face. "You've lost your mind," he whispered. "This isn't you, Matt. Let her go." "You think you know me?" I hissed, stepping closer. "You don't know anything. You live in your little bubble of beers and football games while I've been drowning for years. You know what it feels like to have everything taken from you, to be nothing." This isn't the way," Jack said, his voice shaking. "Please, Matt, don't do this." I saw the moment he realized he couldn't save me. The pity in his eyes turned to fear, and when I lunged at him, he turned and ran. The cops would come. I knew that the second he disappeared into the night. But I didn't have time to care. Emily was still here, her whimpers filling the air like a maddening hum. "You've cost me everything," I snarled, grabbing her by the hair. "And now you're going to fix it." Her scream was cut short by the blade, and for a moment the warehouse was silent. I thought about finishing her there and then, but I stopped. The media painted Jack as a hero, the savior who interrupted a madman's rampage and was strong enough to try and rescue a girl. They called me a monster, a cautionary tale of what happens when ordinary men snap. But they didn't know the truth. Jack's guilt would consume him. He'd replay that night in his mind forever, wondering if he could have saved Emily, if he could have stopped me. And me? I disappeared, slipping into the shadows like a ghost, watching from a distance as the world unraveled without me. The truth? Robert still hasn't confessed. The plan failed. But in the failure, I found freedom. Emily is still with me. Till the time I don't figure out a plan B to make Robert confess, I can make good use of her. Because in the end, we're all monsters. Some of us are just better at hiding it.